Now let's work with some greatest common factors that have variables. Here's the first one. See how you do. In this case, our GCF is going to be a factor of x. So our first term will be written as x times 5x, because if we multiply, we'll get 5 times x, which is 5x squared. And for our second term, please notice that this is that idea we need a factor of 1. And now we can factor out our GCF of x, and that will leave 5x minus 1. And as always, we'll distribute to check our work. And again, I usually do this mentally. This will give me 5x times x, which is 5x squared, minus x times 1, which is x. That matches the original, so I'm confident this is my factored form. Try this one. Here, our GCF is going to be 3 times x. Both terms share a factor of 3. Both terms share one factor of x. After rewriting my binomial, here's my 3x cubed. Here's my 6x. I can factor out my GCF, and I'm left with x squared plus 2. Distributing shows that my work is correct. How about this one? I've got a hint for you. Standard form. Here I'm going to begin by rewriting in standard form. Then I notice that all three terms share a factor of m, so that's going to be my GCF. The first term is going to be m times m squared. The second is going to be m times m, and the third will be m times 2. After I factor out my greatest common factor of m, inside my parentheses I'll have m squared minus m plus 2. Now to check my work, I'm going to check against the trinomial in standard form, and everything looks right. How about this one? Our GCF this time is going to be 3t. I'm going to rewrite the first term as 3t times t squared. The second as 3t times 2t. That'll give me my 6t squared. And for this last term, I'll need that factor of 1 again. After factoring out the 3t, I'm left with t squared plus 2t plus 1. And here's my check. And here's our last one. For step 1, I'm going to rewrite the trinomial into standard form. Next, I notice that all three terms share a factor of 2x. I rewrite all three terms as a product, where one of the factors is the GCF. I factor out the GCF of 2x, and that'll leave me with x squared minus 2x plus 2. Now again, you might be tempted to say, well, but there still seems to be a GCF of 2. But notice this first term doesn't have a factor of 2, and to be a greatest common factor, all three terms have to have a 2. To check my work, I'll distribute and compare to my trinomial in standard form. This will give me 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x. So I feel confident that my work is right. Well, that will conclude this video where we've included a variable in the GCF.